Okay, Oha. So now I'm back here with Ken Flo, UFC legendary fighter, Boston legend, street fighter legend, judo expert, fucking all kind of stuff, Hobart now analyst. What else? I don't know what else this guy does. All kind of stuff now since I propped him up there. He also have a podcast. You have your podcast?
Yes.
What now? For people like me who don't listen to that,
Right.
What's that one called?
It's the Anik and Florian podcast. I do a podcast with John Anik. He's also from Boston. We've been working together for a very long time. And
But is this some kind of thing about about Star Wars?
It is
Because you said you have the Anakin Florian podcast. It's like
Yes.
a play on Star Wars.
I wish we were smart enough to make that reference, but we weren't. We just used our last names and then put podcast after. So it
Oh,
wasn't
you said
very.
Anik.
Yes. Oh, you were thinking Anakin.
Okay,
Anakin.
now I got it.
Yeah,
Now I got it.
see, yeah. No.
You might want to.
Anakin. We could have done that. Anik and then Ken. Put that together. Because that's always.
You might want you because I think people was confused. I'm not the only one.
Yeah, it'd be
But
as witty
whatever.
as Ken Flo.
Look,
you know what
it's
I mean?
either here, it's here, and also there.
Yeah.
To me, don't matter. It's 1 dozen of one, 10,000 of the other.
It's true.
You know. So, what kind of shit you talk about on that one?
We just talk about UFC stuff, to be honest.
I got
it's
excited
mostly
because
UFCs. We talk about other stuff, of course, but it's obviously UFC centralized. We talk
So
about
that's
that.
it.
That's it. Yeah.
So let me get this straight. So you go on the air on like UFC, the UFC show
Yes.
that you tape on Wednesdays, and
UFC
that
Tonight.
is called UFC Tonight. You talk about UFC there. When you announcing, you talk about the UFC, and then in your spare time, you talk about UFC, and also on your podcast, you talk about the UFC.
Yes.
That sounds okay. That sounds like a lot of fun. You must get to
There's
think
a lot to talk about.
Yeah, you get
There's
to think about the
many-
UFC a lot.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of fights now, and sometimes, when you're doing TV stuff, you only have like 15, 30 seconds sometimes to really break something down. It's not a whole lot of time, so you have to like condense it into such a small. So with the podcast,
You get
as
your feelings out there.
Yeah, you
Plus-
get to really go long a little bit.
Plus, they don't tell you kind of on the other thing. They probably tell you what to say.
No, they don't tell me.
No, I don't want to get you in trouble.
No, they really don't. They really don't.
You go. Okay.
People think that though. That's one thing. That's one thing that bothers me though, Renato, is
Yeah.
like when people are like, Florian, you're biased and you just like the other. I don't care. I have.
But isn't it
friends
okay to be a little biased? I mean, if you like someone,
But you know what? Here's the thing.
you don't want to throw them under the fucking
There's
bus.
so many times that I have to pick against guys that I like, pick against guys that I train with. It sucks. It's the worst part of the job is picking fights. It's a really difficult thing.
Yeah, because you
I've
have to
always had a
answer.
hard time with it, and you don't want to offend anyone.
Who
but-
gets pissed? Who gets pissed at you?
I mean, certain fights.
So yeah, I wouldn't want to throw you under the, but you can't talk about that.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it's been public. Some fighters get really pissed.
No,
You
I'm
know,
saying
some
like
guys-
in your experience, are you allowed to say anything, or you want to let sleeping dogs to die?
Oh no, I mean, I don't really want to address that, to be honest. But it happened. I mean, it
I
happened.
don't blame you. I mean,
I'm cool.
would there be one guy that also have like a nickname that sounds very similar to Count Dracula, but it's maybe something. It's maybe
be
something
nice.
like him rhyme with Michael Bount Kisbing. Kiss King.
Michael Bisping. I love Michael. Mike's the man. He, I haven't had an issue with him. Some fighters get upset.
Why people always have an issue with Michael Bisping? In my experience,
Yeah.
whenever I see Michael Bisping, he have a shit-eating grin, and we goof around with each other,
He's
and,
a great
and
time.
we talk shit, and also he's one of those guys who like you give him shit, he hit that ball high back to you.
Yes.
Very sharp, funny guy.
Yes.
Also has done favors for me, I got nothing but positive shit to say about the guy.
Yeah.
Seems like everybody here, they love to see that fucking guy fail. They love to talk shit about him. And I don't know, what's the problem with this guy? I mean, what's the problem? Why people feel that way about Michael Bisping?
People want to see Mother Teresa and the Pope fail. You know what I mean? There's just certain people that are very negative out there.
I mean,
but for Michael, a lot of fighters want to fight him because a couple things. He has a big name, and he talks a lot, so they know that's going to be a big fight for them. And
but
you know, he's at the end of his career.
Even the fans
too.
You know, the fans is like, oh, Bisping this and
right.
fucking, you know, a lot of people, my fans, a lot of people hated him until they saw, you know, us to do on my show, my old show. We did Snatch.
That was amazing.
Snatch,
by the way.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
So Bisping, you know, a lot of people say, hey, that guy have a sense of humor. He can, you know, he did some acting in there.
You have I feel like you do a better British accent than Michael Bisping.
Well, I appreciate that, and I agree. I can't disagree. But here's the problem. Michael Bisping come from, there's true accent, in my opinion.
Right.
Okay, I'm not a fucking expert on the UK or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's true accent in the UK that sound very, very different from all the fucking other ones. To the point where people from another country might not understand that you're even from England.
Right.
And I feel like Manchester is one of them, where he come from.
Yeah.
And the other one is fucking Liverpool. You know, fucking Liverpool, kid.
That's my soccer team. I've been to Liverpool. That's exactly how they
talk.
talk.
Fucking Liverpool. I'm fucking devil, kid. And fucking Darren Till.
What do you think about Garrett?
I fucking love Darren Till. I fucking love that kid. My fucking Darren Till. You fucking owe me just like you fucking owe fucking Kenny Flo. Give me a fucking piece. Give me a fucking piece of the action. Okay, la. And you fucking heard it before. I'll fucking bop you. Alright, kid. But anyway, you know, I spent some time with Liverpool. I was instrumental in bringing Darren Till when he was, you know, got stabbed.
Yeah.
You know, I was helped to get him over to Brazil. You know, so we have a long history. That guy owed me a lot of money.
Yeah.
He owed me a lot. He owed me his life. But we're going to sort that out later. I'll probably have him on to the podcast. I think this kid's going to do big stuff.
He's good, man.
He's got the shine.
Dangerous.
He's got the shine. There's very few fighters that I've seen that come along where you go, uh-oh.
A certain something.
Uh-oh. Johnny Jones was one of that ones. I said, oh, shit, here we go. And then I seen the same thing, Conor McGregor. You know, there's just certain fucking guys.
Conor McGregor.
Yes, Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to that fucking accent. So you know, it's like me. I don't have to break a habit of a certain English accent like he do. You know.
Yeah,
so it's like when you got a hassler that starts jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
He may be a better grappler than a white belt who never did any grappling, but the white belt don't have to break the bad habit. So he have to break the habit of the Manchester.
Right.
So I don't think it's just that he don't have a bad English accent. Maybe he just don't have the same one that your Uncle Hanach have from a certain area, because your Uncle Hanach is very adept and very
versatile.
He's very versatile, very attract, and very in tune with his instrument. I have a facile instrument.
Yes.
I have a big dick, which come in hand. Okay.
Yeah.
Two in hand is worth one in English. But not you,
or something
but
like
somebody.
That. Yeah.
You know, so why we off on? Oh, we just got off on Michael Bisping. Anyway, hey, Michael Bisping out there, how you doing, my brother? I'm gonna have you in there. Don't worry, you're gonna be on the phone.
Yeah, he's gonna get jealous. By the way.
Settle down, Bisping. Yeah. You're gonna get your chance, okay? So now I wanna get in because you guys, you know, I have my opinions on stuff. As you might know, I may have some strong opinion on stuff, and you know, people have heard my opinion on some of these fights, but I wanna know. a guy from the inside, your opinion of this stuff. There's 2 fights that's coming up that's very intriguing to me, okay? One of the fights is very new and it's crazy to me, but one of them is one that the fans been waiting for a long time, and it's just can't seem to fucking come together, and that's Tony Ferg, Kukui, and Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Yes, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, Khabib.
I got it.
Yes.
So tell me about that, because I feel like Khabib, in my opinion, because you have a situation here. Everybody been knowing about Tony Ferg, okay? He was the Ultimate Fighter.
Yes, Ferguson.
It's Ferguson.
Yeah.
He's a Mexican, but with the name of a white guy. Also because his father was white. I don't know if you know this, he was discovered. His father was a wrestling coach, okay? And I believe Tony Ferguson was like an orphan, and he was working the lettuce fields, okay? And he was doing kind of like crouching down to pick up lettuces on each side, you know, because they got to do that shit fast.
Right.
And you gotta be able to bend down and use you without bending your back, okay? And then he saw that kid and he said, "Porra, if that kid don't look like he's doing a wrestling shot like hotcakes." He pulled over the fucking truck immediately. He said, "Get in the car, kid."
Oh
he said, you are Ferguson now.
Is that really how? That's a fact.
I swear to God, that's the God.
Wow.
Honest truth. I wouldn't, if I lie about that, let you be strike down now. Okay, that's the God honest truth. Okay,
that's amazing.
But so you have that, and you have all the panache and all the mystique that come with a Tony Ferg. He come out to the breakdancing music, to the freestyle and all that shit. Everybody loved that. Everybody been waiting to see him. You know, he's have a lot of exciting fight. But now you have, ever since, you know, he came off injury, the tiramisu, all that tiramisu gate or whatever, and who was it? He just had, what he just did to Edson Barbosa, okay? I wasn't hearing that much about Khabib before. Now I go to Glendale and play like that. I see the name Khabib every fucking where I look. It's Khabib this, Khabib that. They got restaurants named after this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like at least in LA, at least in certain part of LA, I'm seeing there's kebab fever out here. Okay, so tell me your take on that. What's your take?
Well, first of all, the kebab is like, you can get different. It's meat on a stick, and you barbecue it. That's different than this guy's name, Khabib. It's Khabib, not kebab. The kebabs exist. All right, so
I don't need you to come in here and tell me the kebab exists. Okay. I know that, okay? Like in, what's the one? In Shawshank Redemption, I don't need some wife-killing lawyer to tell me the bear shit to the buckwheat. Speaking of buckwheat,
I don't know.
Speaking of buckwheat,
yes,
another great black American. But
yes,
I digest. Let's go on.
Okay, yeah. So Khabib, he's an amazing fighter. He, as far as a singular attack or a singular style, he is one of the last guys left that you know exactly what he's going to do and you can't stop it.
Cool. I can't?
Habib, well, no, I'm not saying you. You personally, obviously, you would submit Khabib pretty easily. We all know that. But as far as some people,
take just a little bit of the sarcasm.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I think
don't patronize me.
I think you would catch him. But Khabib is he's a tremendous wrestler. So, and he does it safely. He gets to the clinch in a smart way. He doesn't just kind of duck down low and expose himself to a knee.
Yeah.
So
he used the clinch to set it up.
Yeah, he gets to the clinch. He gets these takedowns, and he's amazing from top. He has excellent control. He beats the hell out of you when he gets on top.
I see this.
And he doesn't give you any opportunities to really submit him in that process. So, but if there's one guy who can keep up with that kind of pace, with that kind of energy, who can be effective in the transition off of those takedowns, it's someone like Tony Ferguson. And this is a guy who obviously is going to be dangerous on the ground. He's got long arms. He's not going to back down. We know how tough he is. He's been in some crazy wars. It seems like he gets stronger as the fight goes on. So
this is true.
This is a fight that I think that when it finally comes together, this is the fourth time they're trying to put this fight together.
So
hopefully it happens, man.
Oh, fuck. I'm not going to get too excited because fuck. But I agree. I mean, as you well don't know, and I think you might have too. You know, I trained with Johnny Ferguson.
Yeah,
you know?
I haven't.
Oh, you
but
haven't?
No.
You at least been there when he's been there. I feel like you. Okay, well, fuck. I'm not
yes.
gonna argue with you.
Yeah.
But I've trained with this guy, and it's like, even when he didn't have yet, like the chop jujitsu. Like I've seen him hold with guys, myself included.
Yeah.
Where the guy might have more jiu-jitsu techniques,
right,
or might technically be like, oh, that guy know more jiu-jitsu.
Right.
He have like this never say die, and just he's like a junkyard dog that just won't fucking stop, and will do anything, go anywhere. He's like playing. He's like a I mean, I'm not trying to be crazy, but it's like a you know how there's certain people in an art form who's just different, like Thelonious Monk or MCs like MF Doom or something, where you go, where's this guy going with this? Like, what the fuck is this guy doing? No, but it's like he don't limit himself by anybody's standards of anything. He just go. He's creative. He'll try shit.
Absolutely.
And it's exciting. It's crazy.
And that's the thing. I think if you want to be something special, you have to be a little weird.
Yes.
You have to be a little crazy.
Yes.
And I tell you what, man, Tony Ferguson, he's a little crazy, but that's what makes him so special and so great. You know.
And you know what's funny about his persona? He's one of those guys that like, I don't know, for whatever reason, when he get on the mic and like promote and shit, it's like the Johnny that I know doesn't come out, you know, and like people get this view of him that I wish was different, because the guy is a cool guy, and he's actually, you know, for all the weird we're saying, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy who have a good sense of humor, who don't take himself too fucking seriously and stuff. But I just don't know that he's the easiest like guy on the mic, like he's not a fucking WWE guy or whatever.
But he's trying. He's trying.
He's trying, and I give him credit. But what come out then is like not. Like,
who you know
who
him
I know,
as.
and it's like I feel like people get the hung impression of like the likability factor of the guy. You know, it's like I like the guy a lot.
He's a sweet guy. He really is.
And just I always root for that guy, and I just love to see someone fight with balls, heart, creativity. You know, I mean everything you could ask for, you know, and then it doesn't hurt that it come out to that early '80s B-boy shit.
That's pretty cool.
I don't mind that whatsoever.
Yes.
So we have that fight. Okay, so if you was just pressed, if you like you had to pick a winner in this one, and you're not gonna hurt my feelings because look, I'm a fan of Khabib, but the problem is I don't know the guy personally. He seemed like a upstanding gentleman, whatever, but I just never trained with the guy. I never even met him, so of course I'm gonna root for my boy, who I do believe. Look, I believe can win this fight, but I don't know what's gonna happen. But anyway, go ahead.
Right. So I would say this: if it's a 3-round fight, I think Khabib. Okay. If it's a 5-round fight, I think Tony. So
is it going to be a main event?
I think it's a main event for sure. So it's 5 rounds for sure.
It's
5 rounds because
you're telling me
it's for. They're saying it's for the belt, but I don't know. I still don't know.
The belt?
It's going to be for Conor's belt.
What's the belt?
But I don't know the actual lightweight belt, not the interim belt.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you was trying to be like Ha Davis. You know that guy?
No.
He said, "Oh, you tripping." You know that one where he's like lock up, and the guy said, "You look like a motherfucking racist pieces, motherfucker. Get over here." You know, and he's like, "Tilt that ass up." You never heard that?
I know.
Yeah, and then he goes, "Go on." And you know the guy, he go, my first night in jail, this finna be a breeze. You never heard that shit?
No. That's really
anyway,
good,
he go, you tripping. Oh, you a freak. You never heard? Okay, no. So I thought you was like, it's a belt or whatever. I like the guy. Ha Davis. Sometimes the shit is more funny than others, but I followed the guy on. What am I trying to plug this guy? He got like 2 million fucking people on there.
He's a big deal.
Never mind that guy. He's a black guy, true, by the way.
Oh, he is.
Afro-American in history. But he's the president. He's African-American.
He's the president.
He's Afro. He is a black now. He's a black person.
I got you.
Now, present.
Yes.
The present. Okay, so now we gonna hap up pretty soon, because I don't want you to take up all my time today.
Yes.
I got other
I'm
stuff
sorry.
to do. I know for you, this kind of gig is like one of those ones you want to relax and hang out, spend as much time with your Uncle Henry as you can. But for me, this is just one of the fucking stuffs I do,
Right.
and I got a lot of shit to take care of, okay?
Yes, I understand.
But anyway, okay, so I'm intrigued by who I'm with a colleague of yours, a dear friend of yours, and also, Popeye's Chicken, most valuable MVP and most valuable Black History Month fighter, Daniel Cormier, also DC, okay, which is also a nickname for Washington District to Columbia,
Yes.
which is also nickname what? Chocolate City.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you can see a lot of the stuff I'm doing here is flavor for black
Right.
people
Yes.
to enjoy this month. After this month, not so much.
Right.
So go ahead. Tell me about this fight, which is
Yeah.
exciting. You say you don't sound happy about this one.
Well, I'm nervous about it because I'm close with DC. This was a fight that I'm happy for DC because it's a big fight and it's
It's about as big as they come.
It's about as big as they
Yeah.
come, and he has the opportunity to really. I mean, he already is going to go down as a Hall of Famer. That's
of
for
course.
sure. But as far as legacies, very few people have won 2 world championship belts at the same time in 2 different weight classes. So
Yeah.
Connor's the only one to do it simultaneously, and Daniel Cormier has that opportunity. Here's the crazy thing. He could actually pull it off. He's good enough of a wrestler, and he's smart enough of a fighter to do it. This is a guy who knows how to win, but Stipe makes me nervous.
He is. He does. I
He
get
hits
it.
hard.
He hit very fucking hard.
Yeah.
But you know what? Think about this. How much harder do you think he could possibly hit
Then like Alexander or something?
No.
Oh, who?
Anthony, a big ass
Oh,
Anthony
right.
Humble Johnson?
Yeah.
Now, usually, Humble Johnson put a punch like he put on a fucking haymaker or whatever. Like, that what
Right.
he had like an overhand height
Yeah.
on somebody's chin.
Yeah.
I mean, he knocked you out with like a tap you with a left.
Yes.
He put a lot of mustard behind that one that he hit DC with, and DC did do the truffle shuffle there for a
Right.
second. He hit him with that. You know what he looked like to me when he got hit? He looked like the kid in the beginning of Juice. You ever seen the movie Juice?
Yes, a long time ago.
You know Steel, the fat one? When he was getting heady in the morning, and he have like a Snicker bar, like a Payday or whatever, a Baby Ruth, and he's getting heady, and he do a beatbox. He goes, so he reminded me of that.
Oh, my
Immediately,
God.
my mind went to that, and I thought,
Wow.
wow. I said, not only is DC a great fighter, but look, he have a career in black movies. But anyway, I'm getting off the subject. But he took.
You make a good point.
He took. I mean, I don't know anybody aside from like, let's say, I don't know, Ngannou wasn't even around at that time. But like, I mean, that guy was probably the most feared fucking puncher,
Yep.
And when he got cracked with that one, I go, done. It's over, And he covered, and I've never been. DC is one of my favorite fighter.
Yeah.
He's not my absolute favorite fighter, but he's one of my very favorite.
Yeah.
And the reason is, if you see this fucking guy in a bar or see him just on the street, first of all, you would have no idea that this fucking guy's a fighter.
Right.
He have that fucking missing tooth, and he just have a sweet face. He looked
Right.
like a neighbor on a fucking black TV show that come over, and you see him.
He's relatable.
Well,
Yeah.
you see him, hating the icebox or whatever, and then you
Yes.
go, Curtis, you know what I mean? Like if he was like the neighbor on something, or like maybe Martin or something like that, or
Right.
or a Family Matter. You go, Curtis, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. You know what I mean? And his lips have all kind of whatever he was in there. Like he would be that guy. So he looked like more like a friendly black guy,
Yes.
But then, and he's also not that big. He's not that big. Maybe he have a little chub, but he's not a very big man.
No.
Not very intimidating. Look, the fucking list of guys that he's defeat,
It's unbelievable.
the size difference.
And he's undefeated at heavyweight.
The size, I mean, it boggled the mind for people who don't really know or haven't been around. You know, for maybe the casual fan who's never been around like the behind the scenes of MMA, seen the training, all that kind of, to see what this guy is doing is, I don't think until maybe after he's done, people can really grasp what the fuck this guy is doing at the size that he's at. It's almost unthinkable.
Couldn't agree with you more. He's one of those guys that will be appreciated after he retired, really, because the people don't really. Well, here's the problem. He's in the same damn division as maybe the greatest fighter we've ever seen, John Jones, and that's the problem. It's like.
Yeah, and he's only been beat by him and a juiced up him at that.
That's it. And the first time they went the distance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He took a round off, which is a bad mistake. The second fight, I thought he was winning. And then he got,
God, that was heartbreaking.
With the kick,
that was heartbreaking because I was like, I could not. I mean, if I was gonna think that DC would be handling John Jones, it wouldn't be in that fashion.
Right.
It was gonna be like checkdowns or something like that.
Yeah.
To start like looking like.
He was landing good shots.
I mean,
man.
but looking slick, true.
Yeah,
you know, like, and then when that happened, I was like, I just feel for that guy because you know he's so passionate about it. You know.
Yes.
You know what's another thing I just thought of too, which is interesting in the sport. You know, you have not to pile on about Brendan Schwabe, but an interesting thing that exists in our sport is you know, it don't happen in other sports where you have relevant champions every weekend. Announcing or analyzing the shit.
Yeah.
So you see him like you would see, I don't know, one of these ESPN guys, and you see him in the suit and everything. It's like almost like you take the fucking guy for granted. You know, you go, oh yeah, it's just DC. Oh, look at, he's one of the announcers. You know, and you go, oh, that's just, he just sit there with Karen Bryant. But it's insane. Like you don't see Steph Curry or LeBron James in between games going, oh, you know, doing play-by-play or whatever the fuck. I mean, this.
And I'll take it at another level. This is a guy who he does UFC Tonight. You know, every week.
Wait, that's why he couldn't be here today?
Well, I don't know if that was the reason. He's doing the Ultimate Fighter right now against Stipe, so he's filming that right now.
But how's he going to do that at the same time if he's doing UFC Tonight?
Well, I don't want to get into that. He's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to do UFC Tonight for a little while because he's doing the Ultimate Fighter.
Okay.
So he's doing that. He's an amazing father. Like he's at every. If he can make it, he will be at all of his. Son's football games or wrestling practices, his daughter's ballet, whatever, gymnastics.
He's a better man than I am because I don't have time for that.
Right. And he coaches he coaches wrestling like to kids. He's been doing that for years. And he fights at the highest level possible. So he's a dude, man. I have so much respect for that guy, and he's just a good friend. He's just a great guy, and people don't really realize it of how special he is, you know.
Yeah, I agree, you know, and you know, would it have killed him to fucking call in, you know, on a break?
I know. Next time.
Next time. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe the next time this show gonna.
Maybe you're not gonna have time for him.
That's exactly right. Because next time after the first one drop, the offer's gonna be came in. I don't know if I'm gonna have. Well, it might not be on my head on.
I'm hearing rumors about Conor McGregor being on your show.
Conor showed a lot of interest. I wanted to be careful not to have too many Irish and Caucasian on there because we're gonna get the worst situation, you know. And then they're gonna say, Hanach only pandered to the Irish guy, Irish karate stars and stuff like that. So
maybe Kebab.
I gotta be careful. Kebab is you know, is welcome anytime here.
Yeah.
And you know, before I bid to you to get out of my studio, what projects you have coming up? I'm sorry, not projects. What? Because where you don't live, where you living?
I'm not in the projects right now.
Where you living? You was living the hill somewhere.
Yeah, now I'm over in Venice. I'm living in Venice.
You live in Venice?
Yeah.
Oh, how nice for you.
Yeah.
You also driving a hoverboat on the fucking thing to make ends meet because these fucking guys in UFC are not paying you correct. But and you know, I got news for you. It's not gonna get any better on the Valley Trudeau hour with you, Uncle Hanach.
Yes.
Because you're gonna be lucky if you get a Chap Water and a Hanach sticker. Okay.
I was treated really well here, actually. I
You were.
got
It ain't
some
over
really
yet,
nice
though.
water. That's true.
Yeah, don't count your chicken, okay?
Sorry.
So you got that. You got the
Yeah.
fact that you're living in Venice coming
Yes.
up. What else?
Yeah. I opened up a gym. It's over in Brentwood, Santa Monica area.
It's in Brentwood, Santa Monica area.
Yeah.
What a fucking coincidence.
Yes.
Your Uncle Hanach teach at a place in Brentwood.
Really?
Right across from the Horse Dress for Less. You know, like the Fatch Burger on Wilshire, kind of near Bondi. Yeah. That's where your Uncle Hanach been teaching for like maybe the past
So we're
3
like
years.
rivals.
Well, we rivals, but you could have asked me tribute.
permission.
You could have said, in the old country, you could have said, hey, listen, I want to give you a little percent of the gross.
You know what's crazy? I'm actually right now. I'm on Santa Monica and Barrington. It's called Meraki Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Well,
and
I'm disappointed you hear this now. I teach 2 times a week. I teach a 2-night class there, 7 times. It's not my place.
Nice.
I
Okay,
just
yeah.
teach there a couple classes. But, Uncle Hinacha, people like to see me over there,
course.
and like to learn from me. And the ladies like to come, screaming and stuff. It's kind of like when Justin Timberlake used to play ball at the Y sometimes. You had all these fucking girls, pretending they want to
man.
watch basketball, but,
Yeah.
But, so they out there, kids, kind of try to get a peek in there, kind of like, back in the old days, Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber, and all that kind of whatever.
Yeah.
I don't love to make comparison. But you have me there, okay? So there used to be, there's a dog grooming next to us. So the place I teach is the Brentwood Club, BJJ.
Okay.
Then you have next, it's like a doggy grooming place, whatever. I can't remember the fucking name.
Exactly.
But anyway, I don't know how we even got on. Oh, you gym. What's it called? Hockey, soccer, karate, studio?
Meraki Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Is that like a play on Hockey Balboa, but kind of like a Caribbean version?
Meraki. No.
Mihaki.
Yes.
You see Mihaki ball.
Meraki is a
Meraki. You know who like that? The Philadelphia fans. And, they have a lot of Haitian and African and Jamaican there.
and they like Rocky.
Yeah, and so they call that. But anyway, go
Yes.
back to what you was talking
No,
about.
Meraki is a Greek word. It means to put a piece of you or passion, love into what you do. So I really connected with that. And
Caralho.
yeah, yeah.
That's like my condo. When the girls come over, they leave a piece of them there that they never gonna get back yet. But they take a piece of me with them, too.
That's Meraki. Yeah.
Caralho.
That's Meraki right there.
Yeah. Wow.
Beautiful.
Well, on that note, this has been a powerful... Boy, if this is the first one where we're getting our sea legs together, can you just fucking imagine the fans, what they have in store?
Sky's the limit.
What they have in store for the future.
Yes.
This is gonna be the favorite podcast you tune into every day. You're gonna forget about the Anakin Skywalker Ken Flow podcast,
Yes.
the whatever other shit you listen to, and you're gonna start to focus more on your Uncle Hanach and the Valley Trudeau Hour with none other Renato Laranja.
Yes.
So I want to say thank you, and what a mitzvah it was for you to be here.
Yes.
Spend some time with me. It's been too long,
Dude, it was great.
And-
I can't wait for more. I'll be subscribing, and I wish you the best of luck, man.
I wish me the
Can't
best
wait.
of luck too,
Yeah.
and I wish also that your wife who's a former and maybe active model, gonna bring some of her friends to introduce and
Yes.
to maybe hang out,
For sure.
maybe no pressure, just maybe some
I'll try
some
to make-
music, some alcohol.
I'll try to make that happen.
Try.
Yeah.
What was it that Yoda said in that one?
What's it?
He said,
Don't try, do.
There is no try. Fucking introduce me to your wife, friends, the white ones, and the Puerto Rican one.
Man.
He
I
said,
like it.
Introduce me. Let me wet my beak. Let me wet my beak. Let me just a tip. Let me fuck. It's he remind me, you know, he remind me of the guy in, you saw Your Highness, that one that is like like Pineapple Express, the same people. They did like an adventure, like a medieval.
Yes.
It was a guy like Yoda, but he was like gay, and he made them to suck his dick for like the information or something like that. Anyway, who cares? So anyway, so all my Laranjinhos and Laranjinhas out there, that's it for Kenny Florian. But you know what? Since I'm just getting this podcast together, who knows if this is the end part or if this is just the middle or whatever? We shall see. Okay. Porra and caralho and ciao.